This episode of All in the Delivery is brought to you by Haley Bug Creations. Any sticker or decal that you want, she can make. You want to customize? She can do that too. Check out her Etsy shop. The link is in the episode description. There you will find a large variety of different decals and stickers made from premium vinyl that is sure to last. So guys, get yourself or someone you know, a Schmedlex, Smiley, or whatever company they work for. Get them a sticker, okay? You will not be disappointed. They will not be disappointed by the quality of these decals. And now, let's get on with the show.
I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. We're recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery, episode number 79. I am your host, Dave, and we got a good one for you guys. So let's get it started. Going around the table, you guys know him, my co-host down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, how's it going?
Well, I will tell you, in classic disgruntled introduction form, it's not snowing. The weather's nice, but it's just raining. It's just still gloomy and doomy. But the weeks haven't been too bad. This week's gone by as we record. It's been pretty good. And yeah, I got no complaints my way, man. Actually, it's starting off good as we record this. Yeah, man.
Awesome.
All's looking well.
Awesome. Going around the table, our producer, you guys know him. Good old Nate. Nate, radio voice, how's it going?
Oh, good, man. What's up, guys?
See, Dave beat me to it. I'll think of something else witty, but man, it's still, is it still icy for you too, or just rainy now?
Pretty much all the ice is gone now.
There's still some slick spots on these driveways that don't see the sun.
Yeah, I
Man.
figured,
Yeah.
man. Again, another however many umpteenth time. This is what, episode 79. And I've probably said it 79 fucking times. So here's the 80. It just honestly will always blow my mind. You guys don't have tire chains. But anyways, there's no reason to go into it because it's been fucking lapped and lapped. But it's never going to cease to amaze me ever.
It's, yeah. I don't know. That's just how we know it.
I'll just say it might be skill. It could be skill. And to start this off with skill, I wanted to give a shout out to a fellow driver and co-worker of mine, Kyle Quinsbury. If I mispronounced your last name, brother, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but he recently fought in a tough man this past weekend as we record. He took Friday off, and he's one of the people, like he's at the part where I don't think he gets forced to work Saturdays, but I think they normally, if they don't force, he gets asked heavily to work Saturdays, if you will, maybe. So I mean, he didn't, he didn't have to call off for a Saturday, but he didn't, I'm sure he could have worked had he had wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
But I told him, it's like, well, you could have been at work and wanted to punch somebody in the face, and you literally got to punch people in the face. And and he won, man. So I just wanted me sparring and the shit that I talk about. He's one of the drivers, and since he works for the company and he's co-worker, good dude. But yeah, congratulations, Kyle. So I wanted to give you a shout out, brother.
Awesome. And we would continue going around the table, but the Rogans are not rolling. They are soaring.
Flying high. Crazy. The only time, yeah, because if they were rolling, they'd be functional. Yeah. Because I forgot because I hadn't flown in so long. So quick story with a plane. Let me try. I'm trying to think here. So 2016. Yeah, that's we got married in 2016, Ashley and I hadn't flown on a plane
You told the story.
from no. Not I'm not just saying, I'm just saying
This
this
the
is
honeymoon
another
story?
this isn't about the almost wrecking thing. This is just a technology thing about what I didn't realize. Just to say an airplane story, because the last time I flew was in 2004. So old low tech Tommy here, like for some reason I didn't realize. I was like, oh, I can't. It's like the airplane mode. Duh. I had no idea. I was like, because I was like, I can't get on my phone. You know, I didn't realize it because the last time I'd flown, I might if I don't think I had a phone yet. I didn't know, dude. I was 19 because I turned 20 in 2004, but it was at the end of the year, and I feel like it was like my birthday was my first. Yeah, that's a quick plain story. So yeah, I had no idea that you didn't like. I never put two and two together what the fuck airplane mode meant, and then I was like, oh, okay. So that's
isn't it not that big of a thing right now anymore? Like, isn't it not really before when cell phones first came out? That was like the thing. Like, oh, it interrupts communications with the airplanes and.
well, I fuck, dude. There may be Wi-Fi on planes now, for all I know. I haven't flown.
Oh yeah, there is.
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. So, man, I need to fly more. Well, I only fly once every fucking 15 years.
I'm kind of the same way, so don't worry about it.
Well, dude,
I may be flying to you soon. I don't know. I don't know if I'll fly or drive. If I fly, it'll probably be like a half-hour flight. It'd be great.
I was gonna say that would be a quick flight, you would think. Yeah.
But anyways, let's give a huge shout out because we really appreciate your guys' support, and we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys who do support us by Patreon. If you become a Patreon member, you get exclusive benefits and access to the new videos that Luke and I will be doing twice a month now called Tears and Smears. I'll explain a little bit more later in the show for you guys. But first, let me thank everybody here. Give a huge shout out to Tony, Sam Villa, Ashley, Andrew, Fernando, Nate, Clement, Jarek, Tad, Sam C, Luke, Ryan, Will, Chuck, Jacob, Sean, and David. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you all. Absolutely.
So real quick, I'll just explain it now. So Tears and Smears is a new new segment that we'll be doing. It'll be for the Patreon members only. You can join for $1. The lowest you can join for $1 if you'd like. But the Tears and Smears. So Luke and I came up with this name, and we were like,
I can't take credit for the name.
Oh no, but we were fucking brainstorming.
Yeah, I was thinking because we have a lot of longtime Patreons now, and that's what we were talking about. Where it's like we need to do more. We wanted to step up. That was a 2022 goal of ours, is that we wanted to do more content, for the Patreon subscribers and stuff. So that's how it started. But yeah, go ahead.
Tears and Smears, not Tears for Fears. Tears and Smears. And what we'll be doing is, they sell like hot sauce challenge games and all this stuff. So I bought one for Luke and myself, had one shipped to Luke, same one shipped to me. And we put in all of the different hot sauces in this wheel, this generated wheel. And it's going to be spinning and it's going to land on one. And Luke and I will, 1 week, we'll be trying to get through singing a song a cappella. Like I'll sing a verse, Luke will sing the chorus, vice versa. We're going to try and get through that as we're eating the hot sauce and just our mouths are on fire. And dude, we'll probably be crying.
I just want to interrupt him real quick because as this hot sauce, what he was talking about, what he sent us, I just happened to grab one because side story, these are easy to fall out of the rack because when I received it, I didn't realize, I thought 3 had just kind of, it was a factory fuck up, but they were
Like
in there.
missing.
Yeah, so I just grabbed one of the 3 that fell. So I just picked it up, and the fucking name of it is Moron. Like, that's the name of the fucking hot sauce. It's Moron. And that's not even that's not the hottest. That's the 4th from the top.
Yeah.
And it's called fucking Moron. God, dude.
So we're donezo. That's
And we got with it with hot sauce because we both
both enjoy it.
Yeah,
both enjoy hot sauce.
I'm a huge hot sauce connoisseur.
Mhm.
Love it.
Mhm.
Anytime I go, shout out to if anybody that works for the Pepper Palace or knows about the Pepper Palace. I'm pretty sure it's a franchise. I know they have locations in Florida and at least Tennessee because that's where I went when I've been there. But they got all the shit you want. That is not a sponsor, but damn it, I would proudly say, yeah, Pepper Palace is a good shit.
So yeah, we'll 1 week we'll be doing that. We'll be singing a song a cappella, trying to get through it. And then the other time we're going to be putting out for our Patreons to select a topic for us to talk about. Then Luke and I will be eating and we'll be giving our thoughts on this topic. And we're gonna be paying the piper, and it's gonna be hopefully a good time. I mean, I'm sure the hot sauces are gonna be delicious, but then again, it's like, when is hot too hot? And I think we'll get there with some of them. I think we will. Like, oh, this is gonna be too much, but it'll be fun. It'll be great content. You guys get to see us suffer and cry. Because who doesn't enjoy watching that? Like, the number one movie in America right now is Jackass Forever. Like, who doesn't love seeing people fucking suffer?
Yeah,
America.
It's been a fucking shitty couple of years. Why not? Why not watch a couple people burn their fucking taste buds off? God, man.
So, like I said, if you want to see those videos, you can become a Patreon member today. The link is in the description of the episode. So, I'm looking forward to it, but not looking forward to doing that at the same time.
Right.
It's going to be fun. It'll be fun. So, and don't forget, guys, also, the content's also, we're going to be putting up some more content on YouTube. So if you haven't yet, go to youtube.com, AITD pod, and search On the Delivery too. You'll see us come up. Don't forget to subscribe there. We're going to be posting some content on there. I know the Rogans are going to be posting some content on there as well. So keep an eye out for all the good stuff, guys. And thank you for all the follows. All that good stuff. Luke, your center is now gone full Dyad 6.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo, real quick, though, before we get into it. I think I told you originally they said June was when we were going to get it.
Yeah, that's what you said.
And now supposedly I'm even hearing next month.
Oh, so they're going into fucking hyperdrive, huh?
Yeah. And real quick, here's something I actually want to talk about before we get into it, okay? So a listener of the podcast who's from my building, his name's Kevin. Kevin was talking to me tonight. And he was talking about how we've been getting all the messages recently about like lunches and oh, God damn it, what was the other stuff? It's basically, I mean, he even made a good point, okay? Was that he feels like they're setting us up for when we get the Dyad 6. Like they're training us with these messages that they send us for when we get the Dyad 6. So it was stuff from like lunches, okay? And then it was stuff because he was even mentioning the cameras being, eventually probably going to come to our building, and he was even mentioning that and about how like they're talking about, like backing. Like backing is one of the biggest things they've been talking about recently. And it's like all this other stuff and then distracted driving. and they keep on talking to us about all this stuff. And don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I get it. It could be like a whole safety thing, but it's almost like, okay, they'd be talking about distracted driving, no eating, no this, 2 hands on the wheel, because they know those cameras are going to be coming soon to our building, and they are pointing towards us as well as we're driving, supposedly. So it's like, you know what I mean? So I wonder, like he was saying, like they're prepping.
No,
us.
they definitely are.
Right.
They
so
definitely are. Shout
so
out to Andy Bone 6, because she was the one that told us, if you had shit in your hand,
right.
it knew.
Right. So like he's saying, like, they're prepping us and training us for when we get this shit in our building. And I said, holy fuck, I think you're onto something. Like that's
Well, I don't want to say that you're wrong, but I mean, we've got them and they're still on. I can't say with everything else, but at least as far, excuse me, at least as far as the lunch shit goes, I feel like, because we've seen this now, and what's good about the cardboard community and all this, and the fucking internet makes the world a lot smaller. So pretty much everywhere, at least in the US, people are being forced to take their full break, whatever it is. Everybody's is a little bit different. I think that this is a ploy to just get just a small, just a jab. I like to box. I think this is just a little jab, because I think, and if there's any for all the union, I mean, we're all union people as far as drivers go, if you're under the Brown banner, but for like the people that are really knowledgeable with the union stuff, I mean, I'd love to hear your thought on it, but I feel like it is just a jab to make us kind of bicker amongst each other, because it doesn't hurt them if we don't take our breaks. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt the company. It doesn't hurt their production. It helps it, because they know they can add extra shit, because they know you're going to be out that extra. I mean, for me, it's an hour and we have a 10-minute paid break. So they would be like, it's 70 minutes that you're not fucking, you know what I mean? So that helps them. It doesn't benefit them for us to take our break. So I feel like that's just being forced because it is a union thing.
right.
And there are a shit ton of people that do cut their break.
And even between the certain hours, like I heard, I don't know if this is true, but do the Diet 6s allow you to take your lunch after, was it 3 p.m.?
Yeah, you can take your lunch after. You can still take your break whenever you want. What you can't do on the Diet 6 is once you're on break, like you can't look at, like, say on the Diet 5, you are on break, you can look at your stop count and what you have left and shit.
Right.
You can't look at none of that shit when you're on break. So basically when you punch in on break, you punch another button that says starts break, and you're not stuck on the screen. Like you can go back and I think you can look at your messages and shit, but you can't look at your ad until you finish. Like you have to finish, like you punch a time in, you start it, then you punch a time out and you finish it. But yeah, it's a lot trickier, dude. It's a way bigger pain in the ass.
They don't want people working through their lunches.
Well, no,
that's gotta be the reason.
I mean, but fuck, man. If somebody really wants to look at it, they can just take a fucking couple pictures on their phone of their diet. You know what I mean?
Hit delivered.
Oh yeah.
And then the GPS is going off because you're nowhere near it if you're saying that you delivered it and you're not.
Yeah, but telematics and shit, I feel like they've been able, unless they've just been lying to us, unless telematics was just trash from the fucking start. It may have been. I don't know. But it's just one of those things. But I think in the grand scheme of things, I just think it's just a little jab. It's kind of a little, and I have no evidence to back this up of any kind. Like I said, if anybody who's really knowledgeable with the union stuff, I would love to hear your opinion. It's strictly just a hunch, because it doesn't, like I said, it helps them none. Especially if you take it to go a little further, especially if you take it during the 4th and 6th fucking hour. You know how many people, I mean, for me on my route and people that have a lot of commercial shit, dude, if you start hammering that down, that really fucks with that center. Like they're gonna like at least from that level at my building. If everybody did that, fuck, man, I don't know what the fuck they do. People would be having to pick up air left and right. It would be a fucking dude. It would be bad. So it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder how much further they're going to push that. Because as far as I know, I don't know of anybody is there any centers that you know of that you've seen that are forced to take it between the 4th and 6th hour right now? Or are they just all forced to take it? Yeah. Because the people, everything I've seen is you're just forced to take it, but it doesn't matter when, just as long as you take it.
Right. Right.
But to go a little with the fucking little highlight I had with the Dyad 6, so as we record this, they've been fully operational. I mean, this has happened. This happened a week ago, just as we record this. This is the new topic because this is the next episode we recorded. But so they were operational not even a week yet, dude. It was like 4 business days. 5. I mean, I guess you could say 5 if you want to count the Saturday now, but so old low tech fucking Tommy here. I don't realize that you can just use these things. They're basically they're big ass phones is what they are. They're just like fucking big ass androids. And so like I flipped, like I didn't realize you could adjust the brightness. And so I didn't even notice that my fucking navigation wasn't really on because my screen was so dark. And then so I finally figured out how to brighten it up. And well, somebody told me. I didn't figure it out. I was told it's just like a phone. I was like, oh. So I just, swiped from the screen. I was like, oh, look, there it is. Huh? Fucking easy. And I had no idea. But so I didn't even notice. But the navigation on mine hasn't worked either. But I guess a lot of the navigation is not working on these cradles. But they're plugging in and they're charging,
right?
But there's no navigation. It's basically just a battery charger.
So it's basically like the Dyad 5.
Well, no, it's actually worse because the cradle babies don't have a cradle, dude. They don't have any navigation. It's like a step back, dude. It's a step back from navigation. So
these poor sons of bitches.
So, dude, what's fucking hilarious is I mean, I know you don't have one that yet. Nate does. So, Nate, if you want to chime in on this, feel free. But they fucking crash a lot. So the one that I have now doesn't crash that bad, and I was like, "Fuck, man!" Because they sent a message out. They said that if your map navigation isn't working, to write it up. Write up your cradle. And I was like, "Fuck, man!" I was like, "I'm going to write this up." And I'm going to end up getting it. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to get another one that has navigation but crashes 25 fucking times a day. Like the one I have crashes not that much. Like like today, I think it was like 5, and it's not bad.
5 times?
Yeah, trust me, dude. It's better. It's better than the fucking ones I've had. So but it doesn't take as long now, but it still fucking crashes.
It's a pain in the ass.
Oh, it is, dude. But yeah, I'm all fucking kind of disgruntled. I'm like, man, this fucking sucks. So I see our mechanic and I go and ask him, I'm like, dude, do we have to write these up like fucking just, like in the DVIR, like a mechanical issue? And he's like, looks in, he's like, oh no, man. He's like, see that green light? As long as it charges. So he must have got that question a lot. I don't think he was annoyed, but I could tell he'd probably answered that a lot. Yeah. And I was like, oh, also if it charges, we're good. They're not going to get. I was like, oh, that's fucking great. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to write it up then. I'm fucking don't care about my navigation. This board crashes minimally. I think I still fucked that up twice. I won't try a third, but yeah, so a week later they brought it up again. Did I nail it twice or fuck it up twice?
Minimally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you nailed it both times.
All right. It didn't sound right coming off.
You want to go for a third?
No, I'm good. I'm not ready. No, but so they sent a message again about if your map navigation isn't working. I was like, oh God, it must still be a problem. So these things are just brand fucking new. And now all these dudes fucking don't even have cradles. And we got guys in like U-Haul vans, so they don't have them in those shits anyway. It's a fucking just a shit show, dude. Not a good start for the Diet Sixes in my building. Definitely not a good start.
Oh yeah, and like even I was talking to my OMS lady there too the other night, and we were talking about it. And she's like, "Yeah, all I'm seeing is like, cause like she's got access to whatever I don't know what websites they are where there's forums and other OMS people talk about stuff. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something along those lines. But even she was like, "Yeah, I've heard just the Diet Sixes are an absolute shit show." It's like, mm-hmm.
Dude.
He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be hell when we get them." I was like,
See, and that's
Yep.
another thing, man. It just makes you wonder, like, how did they let something? I mean, it just I don't know. It's just weird.
Like there's
I was-
fucking trial and error. Like, go through the whole process before you roll it out.
yeah. I mean, to unglitch them.
There's nothing
motherfucker,
wrong with the
man.
fives besides the batteries dying easily because you got Orion 3.7500 on now. Like, who knows what the fuck it's on?
Yeah, dude.
But
And
it's
those fucking cradles, Jesus. Those diodes were the last of the fucking the last of the old generation, dude. Because when those cradles, God, I keep saying cradles. When those diodes were made, was before Orion and before navigation and all that shit. They were the last. That was the last one. So all that shit got put on those things. So yeah, it did definitely. If you don't have a fucking cradle to charge it, it drains the fucking battery.
yeah.
Big time.
Oh man.
But
But like speaking of like the Diad sixes, right? So like here's an idea I had was because we still get like like the other day I had a brokerage fee package, and it's like why the heck is like our checks still a thing for us? Anyways, like checks are so outdated. There's Venmo, there's fucking PayPal. Like you see people like they've had the little shit that they plug into their fucking phone and you swipe a card. Like, why aren't these built into new dyads for CODs, for brokerage fees? Like, I just feel like that would be a smart idea.
Well, it would be a smart idea, Dave. And it's funny that you say that because, we got a little story to tell. I mean, because Nate, again, if you're up, dude, you can feel free to, because you were listening in on this call. So, and the thing about brokerage fees is they normally are confusing because they're kind of like, you don't get them very often, and most people that get them shipped don't know that they're coming, and they're
That's
like,
the most
"What?"
fucked up part.
Yeah, so it's shit you normally don't deal with, and especially when you are in a fucking, you're in delivery mode, and you just think it's going to be this simple shit, and you get a brokerage fee.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Dude. That's exactly what happens, and it's normally always a pain in the ass. But fucking, so I was this day I was particularly light, and it had snowed lightly, and there was this road that is not the worst road I have, but the next to worst. It's a shit road when it's bad, and I figured it was fine, but basically I had pickups. I had two pickups I had to make, and they were placard. They were time commit pickups that I couldn't make for another 40 minutes. And so I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to walk this stop off. Cause I had 12 left, and two were in that section. I was going to make those two pickups, take my break, do the rest of my pickups because I have a bunch, then finish up. I had it all planned out, Old Dave has to stop. But this is before. So to give people a it was 1.4 miles round trip because it was because at this point my navigation actually worked on the Diet 6 because it started off it worked, and when I pulled up it said I was 0.7 miles away, and Dave had already had the brokerage fee fucking fiasco starting the last stop I was at. So Nate's on the phone, you know, Dave can't talk to us because he's got to deal with the fucking customers with the brokerage
Fucking
fee.
brokerage fee.
Yeah. And so this whole time I'm like walking along, dude. People are passing me. They're like, you know, you want to ride? I'm like, no, I got some fucking time to kill. I need to fucking got these I like trying to explain it. Like, you know, I'm just fucking trotting along. And time keeps, you know, I'm keep moving and moving, and Nate's laughing because, you know, it's not budging because I'm sure I wasn't. I mean, I'm telling your story, so I'll just say how I was listening. You can elaborate way more because you were doing it, but I was just listening, and I was like, dude, I know that when you have these conversations with the brokerage fees, it's like sometimes
People are like, what the fuck?
Road to nowhere.
I already paid for this. What the fuck am I paying more for?
Yeah, it's a road to fucking nowhere. And I keep walking along. Nate's just fucking cracking up. He's like, dude, how much time? How close are you now? I was like, man, I'm like fucking over halfway to like from the 0.7 miles. And like I can get to the house. I deliver it, man, and I can tell still oh boy here is not fucking the brokerage free web is still fucking tangled. And I was like, man, so I'm telling Nate's just fucking, we're just fucking giggling like, dude, he's still on the phone. I'm walking back. I'm like, dude, I'm about to walk 1.5 miles before he gets off this fucking, like, so it starts to become like this countdown. And I get people passing by. I got 2 more people passing by, stop me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Have to explain to them what's up, you know, and,
just go for a walk.
Yeah, I was like, well, you know, I said that road might have been
beautiful day, isn't it?
that road got it fucking snowed and got this fresh little fucking sprinkle of ice on it. The only part that it could have been bad, I'd made the commitment that I was not fucking putting chains on, and I walked it. I mean, I have EC'd it, yeah, but dude, I would have just been fucking. I'd have got paid an hour for fucking sitting, but I fucking keep making so I'll make my way back 1.5 miles. It's still brokerage fee web, just still fucking going. I think I ended up going another couple stops, man. I feel like that was over. And how long did that fucking last?
I don't honestly remember.
Nate, dude, there you are. Tell me, dude, how fucking you being a fucking producer edit guy like you are, would you say that was at least 45 minutes?
Yeah, it was close to that. Yeah. I stopped keeping track when you got back because then it wasn't, I guess, any fun anymore when you were.
I walked 1.5 miles, dude.
It just got old. Like, oh.
Yeah, dude. It was like the obstacle. The finish line was done. So yeah, I guess that was I walked 1.5 miles, stop. How many? I'm sure there's other people. There's probably people who've done more. That's what I mean. That's Sean Avery. That's Sean Avery style right there. But it was fucking. I don't know if I've ever. That was the longest break. It sucks because you got to be polite. Like,
one of the biggest problems was she wasn't American. So like,
and that's another thing. If it's somebody,
like there was a bit of a language barrier there.
That's what happened.
Trying to explain that to them.
That's what happened to me. The same thing happened to me, dude. I was delivering up at WVU near campus, dude. And I delivered to this guy. Fucking, I don't know if he was if he was a student, but dude, total language barrier. We were fucking. I mean, dude, like, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain when you don't have a language barrier. You know what I mean? It's still a fucking, because I've had brokerage fees with people that speak the fucking regular, you know, plain English, and it's still a fucking clusterfuck. So yeah, when it's somebody that's foreign, and I feel like everybody's story that has one, it's always somebody that is a foreigner, that the language barrier exists. Just
And that's why brokerage fees come from overseas packages or internationals. Think about that one.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Holy shit!
Most of those packages that are brokerage fees, if not all of them, come from.
Are they? No, they definitely are international. I never noticed that.
A lot of them, most of them are. Yeah. I don't think there's any that are here. I think it has to go through some customs thing, and that's where the brokerage fee hits.
I mean, I just know internationals are like
early. Maybe I'm just fucking lying through my teeth and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Internationals are the same as early AM and Saturday air. I know that. You gotta have those fucking international packages on. If you got Friday internationals, you can't fucking wait till the next day to ship them.
But yeah. So that just made me think, because she was handing me a card and I was like, I can't take that.
Like an actual card, like a credit card. Yes, yeah. That's what I'm.
So why the fuck don't we have the goddamn swipers on the fucking Diet Sixes already?
You got this poor foreign woman didn't fucking no, you guys fucking you from anybody, and there's already a language barrier, confused, and she just hands you a credit card. Luckily, you're an honorable guy and you work for you obviously don't want to lose your job over something bullshit like that. But not to say you would do that anyway, but that would also be a highly big incentive.
Right. You know what I mean? For me to just
hand it your credit card. Poor girl had no fucking clue, man. And that's what I mean. They don't have they got no idea, dude. Totally blindsided. Like I said, dude. And that
she really wanted this package bad.
That must have been something fucking important or sentimental, at least. Who the fuck knows? Maybe it was. I don't know. I was trying to think.
I mean, she offered other services to get her package, but I'm just kidding.
Jesus. You may as well
just fucking around.
Yeah, you may as well play. You may as well play both of them for that one. There you go.
Fuck. Okay, that's enough.
If anybody had that on their sound bar, if they were in a residential neighborhood, they just hit the volume down buttons.
That was one of the greatest things when our episode posted the other day. He said, I gotta read this real quick. It was from Upsman_96 said, what is the over under on how many times I will have to turn down my soundbar today so seniors and kids on my route don't hear? Fuck. I said that's fucking great.
Dude.
I thought that was funny.
What's funny is that it comes in like a strong fucking left hook, man. Just bam. When I've had it on my sound bar, which I don't listen to it. I don't listen to it on my sound bar anymore. I either have it in an earbud or on my phone if I listen to it. Just put my phone in a couple
there.
But yeah, dude. That made me laugh thinking about that because I was like, yeah, they would definitely have to turn the volume down.
Oh yeah.
But let me
but fuck brokerage fees, huh?
Brokerage fees, and I got something else that's fucking kind of bullshit that pissed me off. Okay. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we actually were told now that we are no longer allowed to take stops off of another route without informing management first. There's
something going on here corporate wide because the same things. I mean, it may be different, I guess, in our case, but usually our OMS is allowed to set up meets and send people to help.
Well, yeah, dude,
they don't want anybody helping anybody right now.
Oh, they don't want anybody helping nobody.
No.
Oh. Well, I don't know if it's went that far here, but they said, dude, so I literally was mind blown thinking that. I was like, dude, it's come to the point where I was like, people that are volunteering to help somebody. Cause I'll tell you right now, shout out to, I hope he's enjoying retirement to the fucking fullest, Doug. You're going to fucking hear this episode because you're going to get on this fucking thing. I know where he lives. I know his address. I could fucking,
Just bring your setup with you.
I could bring the setup and get over there. But Doug, dude, many times, because Doug was a worker. He wasn't a fucking, I mean, he was disgruntled Doug, but man, he didn't bitch about, he was normally disgruntled just about shit in general. Not, he'd have a lot of stops. He would do it. But dude, there would be many a times because his route is kind of neighbor's mine. And I would have, this a few years ago, not that long ago. And I would be fucking slammed. I wasn't on the 9-5 list for the first year. I think I was not the first year of the 9-5 list, but the first year I was eligible, I think. So that year, dude, I would see Doug a lot, and he'd just be like, "Hey, how many stops you got left? We got." I'd fucking, dude, I would hand it. He'd just take like fucking 10 off of me, or 12 off of me, dude. Just roll. And sometimes I did the same for him, but normally I was always more slammed, so he just took shit off of me. But sometimes, if he was heavy, I would, if I saw him, or if he had, be like, "Yeah, dude, I'll take something. What do you want, man?" And because just to repay him back, but really he was always lighter than me for the most part. But my point is like, dude, shit like that, you can't like that just fucking gurks me to the highest, because I'm like, you're literally volunteering to take extra shit. It's hard to get people to fucking help somebody anyway. Nobody wants to do it. You know how it is. It's fucking, it's not like you're motivated to do it.
Right.
But so if you got people,
I get done to get done and go the fuck home.
Yeah. And so you got people literally willing to volunteer to fucking help.
Yeah.
And you got to fucking just jump through one more fucking hoop to do it. And then maybe get denied. Then if you get denied, whatever. But it's still the fact that you even would ask. And then, like, I don't know, man. I don't. But if they're not making, if it comes to that, like if they're doing that where you're at, to where they don't want anybody to help at all, then shit's got to get dispatched pretty even. I mean, you can't really fucking, you can't have like 3 routes in the same loop and 2 of the 3 have like 160, and then the other one have like
80.
Yeah, or 76. I wasn't even gonna go 80. I was gonna throw it in the 70s. But yeah, some bullshit. Half as many. You gotta fucking, I mean, so in that regard, I feel like that would eliminate a lot of that bullshit, but
Sure.
I don't know.
But there's favorites.
Still fit. Oh yeah, there's always fucking favorites. There's always favorites. There's always fucking ass kissers. There's always, and to all of our listeners, I love you all. I don't know if you're a favorite or an ass kisser. I just know.
But if you are,
if you are, at least you're not in my building. Unless you're listening from my building, then I don't know what to tell you.
Then fuck you.
Hey, I came from the guy in New York, so I can't get I was gonna say I can't get a workplace violence grievance filed on me tomorrow when would this be released? In a few Mondays?
There's ass kissers in every fucking building. Let's be honest.
Well, there's ass kissers in
Everybody
every
knows
profession. I mean, there's ass kissers in every profession, but the thing is, the difference in our job, though, with the job literally being right in front of you. Go ahead.
We get fucked.
Well, yeah.
That's the big difference, is we get fucked by these fucking ass kissers.
But yeah, because you can see, because in our job that it's right in front of you. So if you have shit you don't normally have, or others is normally on someone else, you fucking know it because you have it. It's right there. You're like, oh, okay. So yeah, that's the difference. It's a fucking unique profession, man. And it's weird because, like, I know I've said it more than a few times, but shout out to Brad Mosier for always saying, what we do is military for the corporate world, because it brings so many people from walks of life in different areas together because we all do the same thing. But when you just think about even the job itself, it's as unique as it is as how many different people do it. It's wild. It's like so basically easy, but at the same time, there's just so many little things. Like he's fucking not trying to act like we're brain surgeons here, but man, I'll tell you, you can have a fucking shitty load quality day and feel like a brain surgeon if you can find your shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck.
Ugh. Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, it's just one of them fucking things. It's just not, it's not an easy job, but sometimes you can get free money. And sometimes you get free money in that profession. And I'm going to tell you how you get free money in this profession, because we were starting, the day it started, and there was a truck like in the middle of the belt that was just sitting. Driver was in the office, and it sits for a little bit longer. I'm like, who's fucking somebody got the keys to this thing? Fucking.
Wait, so you already started? Your building start time already happened?
Oh yeah, start time happened, dude. All corners. We have 4 corners of our building. We got 4 different sides of the belt there, and everybody cleared out. It was just us. There was like, it was like the one route, and then myself, and then maybe I think there's like 3 or 4 below. So we were all blocked in. Nobody's like, oh, the keys aren't in there. So the driver's got the key fob. And dude, we're just sitting, and we're sitting, dude. And like start time was 8:50. Like right now, it's like fucking, it's like 9:27. I mean, we've almost got like a solid fucking 40 minutes. Like it,
the rest of the building left already.
Oh yeah, long gone. And guy comes out with the supervisor. He's like, why aren't you moving? They're like, all the keys are in the fucking, he's got the keys. So he zips in the office, gets the keys real quick. I'm like, I'll move this thing. They toss me the key fob. I grab it in midair, and I turn around and I'm fucking walking to get in. Right on the fucking dash is a piss bottle. And it's a fucking an orange juice fucking wide mouth piss bottle, and it was fucking right by the steering wheel. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was like, this piss bottle,
they've got him in there for that.
Then that's what it was about. But dude, I was like, you guys couldn't have fucking moved it. So I was like,
right,
I don't want this thing fucking, I don't want to move, because dude, I didn't want to move it because it looked like it wasn't even on there fucking tight. And I was like, fuck this, man. I'm not moving this fucking truck. And so I got out, and the driver ended up coming out, and I tossed him the keys. I was like, there you go, man. He wasn't happy, but the moral of the story is if you got piss bottles, throw them the fuck away.
Fucking dump them as soon as you take a piss. Dump them on the side of the road. Who gives a fuck?
Don't fucking be that guy. Don't be that guy. I don't have any fucking. I have no fucking.
Piss in the bottle, but fucking dump it.
If you get a warning letter for a piss bottle, you deserve it, because you shouldn't have them in the truck anyway. Accidents happen sometimes, but damn, man, you got to do better. Everybody's got to do better. Because I'll tell you right now, when I used to cover, man, I made a video a long time ago on fucking probably, God, I think I've been on IG now for about 4 years. It was like around the beginning years, but it was a 2-liter bottle of fucking Mountain Dew, piss bottle. And
hold on, full?
Pretty much full. Probably 3/4 of the way full. Yes. And I was mind blown. And I mean, I just made a video of it. And I used to put I still have the page up. I got a Nomad Delivery Guy YouTube page. I just didn't really do a lot with it. But that video was on there, and I put it under piss jugs. And somebody commented on it. They're like, why would you shake it? Like, because I was just sitting there shaking. I was like, look at this. I was like, this is piss. I was proving that it was piss to the viewers because, you know, if you shake a bottle of piss, it's going to be suddy and bubbly. And it was suddy and bubbly.
You're
And
fucking just shaking someone's piss bottle.
2-liter piss bottle too. That
It
was
wasn't even
fucking-
yours.
Wasn't even mine, dude. Huge,
God.
huge spread. So I ended up throwing it in a dumpster, but I mean, I didn't open it or anything. I didn't want to. I mean, what was I going to do with it, dude? It was just sitting in there. It was on the 4,000 shelf. It was on the 4,000 shelf, just fucking chilling there and
Fermenting,
man. And I was like, damn, that's a fucking new one. I was like, you know, I've seen
shit.
I've seen 20-ounce bottles here and there, but I didn't see a 2-liter. Yeah, 2-liter. That was.
You ever like see that just reminds me, like, you ever see the fucking show Hoarders? You ever see how people piss in these fucking like milk like 2-gallon milk jugs and they just fucking store them in their house? Like they don't even fucking dump them out, nothing, because they can't get to their toilet because there's fucking just loads of shit everywhere. No pun intended. But
it makes me feel better about myself. Because I kind of consider
show.
myself.
Listen, if you ever need a good pick me up, put that show on. You'll feel great.
I'll have to remember that.
But like, you ever see those episodes though, where there's just gallons and gallons of fucking piss? Holy cow, dude!
Dude,
Disgusting.
I was trying to think of like, oh god, one of the nastiest. Like I can remember going to Mountaineer games sometimes when those fucking like trough things would get clogged up. And you would just see a trough of fucking just, oh man, it's bad news bears for everybody.
Jesus Christ,
dude! I gotta fucking.
I feel like you just smelt it, like as you thought about it. I just saw your face. I feel like you just smelled everything. That
the greatest. I mean, she's not down here to tell it. But one of the greatest shit stories I actually can share from our honeymoon. I mean, I told the story about the plane about crashing to our honeymoon, but we were at this place the time, I think it was called the Teeny Tiny Martini Bar, maybe in St. Augustine, Florida.
Sounds like it would be a bar.
It was a nice
Martini.
it was a nice place though, small place, but
Yeah.
you know, it had nice shit.
Tiny.
We were this guy, you know, he ended up giving us bought us a drink on the house for being, you know, honeymoon, being newlyweds and shit. And we ended up tipping him. I mean, at that point too, that was like right at April. That was like right after I was killing it in basketball. We had wedding money. I mean, we were balling. So yeah, I was I forget what our bill was, but we ended up we just doubled it because this dude was so awesome.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we're walking out of there on that note, like being those people, being like, hopefully, you know, great fucking interaction. Love this place. And so as we're leaving, Ashley's like, I gotta piss. I gotta pee. I was like, well, fuck. I mean, we just tipped this dude. I mean, I forget what our fucking bill was. Call it if it was $100. Like, we just tipped this guy $100, you know, whatever it is. Said they're not going to carry in there and use the bathroom. So I'm like standing out there and I had a cigar and I'm smoking this cigar. And I mean, I was a little lit, a little drunk, not too bad, but we drank some drinks. So, you know, I kind of noticed that it had been a minute, but I don't really take a lot into that. But I was like, nothing, you know, not like alarmingly long. So then she comes out, she's just got this like look like she's kind of laughing, but like embarrassed, whatever. And I was like, what happened? So she went in there and had to pee real bad, you know. So this bathroom, she said she opened it up. There was shit. Somebody had tried to take a shit, but didn't get like it must have been as they tried to shit, like it shit all over the toilet. There was shit on the toilet seat. Just a disaster. There was shit all over this fucking thing. So
You're telling me not to go to the Tiny Teeny Martini Bar or whatever the fuck it's called. This owner is gonna sue us. Jesus Christ.
This place was great.
He's a nice guy. I tipped him $100, gave us free drinks. Great guy. I should go check it out, but don't use the bathroom.
So this was fresh. I mean, it was fresh. I don't blame the teeny tiny martini bar, but so actually trying to, she said she was trying to find shit in there. She was going to try to do something herself, but because she was kind of drunk too, because we were both drinking, and she obviously she didn't do that, but what she did was go find that waiter. It was like, I swear it wasn't me, but somebody shit all over this toilet. So she took the guy over there, and he opened the door and was like, oh, Jesus Christ, is fucking livid. Was pissed, obviously. And I told Ashley, I was like, we could have left just being those people that fucking tipped him what the bill was. And now all he's gonna remember is thinking you shit all over this fucking bathroom.
These motherfuckers doubled their tip by like 200%. And they shit all over the bathroom.
God. Yeah, shit all over. No, I mean, whoever did take a shit in that bathroom did not. They just discreetly walked away from it. Yeah. Please don't sue us, Teeny Tiny Martini Bar. You have great food and great drinks. It's very nice there. Accidents do happen. And that was not my wife, though.
Oh, shit. Oh, buddy. Fuck.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. That's a good laugh.
I don't even... Do we have a question of the week?
Oh, yes. Let's get into it, huh?
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. The question of the week. I don't even know what that just was. If I think we need like an intro song for the question of the week. That'd be fucking cool, huh?
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. I'm gonna make that up now. The question of the week was, what advice would you give yourself when you first started with the company? This question comes from Patreon listener Fernando Loaiza. Fernando, thank you so much for the input. Here we go. Let's start it off, okay? This one comes from that dude Luke in says when you try to become a driver, do it in the center closer to home because you can't transfer.
Oh.
I think you can. I mean, you can, but you don't get to keep your seniority, right?
I think that's what it is. You don't get to keep your seniority.
Right. So like if you're like a 15-year driver and you're like, oh, I want to transfer, you're fucked. Next one. Next one is from top tier Patreon, Tony Cook. Tony Cook says, listen to the old guys. One day when you get there, it will all make sense. Absolutely. This one here is from Haley Bug Creations. Top tier Patreon. Ashley says, don't give up. Work for what you want in life and keep on trucking.
Well fucking said.
Absolutely. This one here is from ADG. Awesome Delivery Guy says, don't finance everything. Try to buy with cash as much as you can. Try to save when possible. The less you have to depend on paycheck, when you get fired, the less you'll stress when it happens. Stay positive. That's a good one too.
It is.
This one here is from Sir Von Roar. Sir Von Roar says, max out your 401k ASAP. when you go full time, max it out when you get that huge bump in pay with the last pay increase. You won't miss the money if you haven't seen it in your check.
Oh, I like that.
Mm,
That is smart.
that is smart. This one here is from Mr. Sean Avery. Good Ship Sean says, I would have bought more stock and maybe started in a center somewhere more desirable to live year round. Since seniority is statewide, I'm stuck in Maine for my entire 38-year career. So I guess that goes back to what we were saying. The seniority. You could transfer, but
yeah, because there's a guy in my building that he's now, I think he's at 22-4, but he's been, but he's been at it for a while. But yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was you just started back at the bottom.
Yeah.
God, which would fucking suck.
Here's a good one. This one's from Dustin Coakley. Says, read up on your contract. When you're new, they will take advantage of you when you don't even know it.
Very true.
Very fucking true. That is good. Good advice, Dustin. Next one here is from Cam. Says, bring snacks and a gallon of water. Absolutely. You got to keep yourself moving there. Need that fuel.
Fucking A. Yeah. Yeah, well said, Cam.
This one here is from Craft Beer Snob. Mr. Martinez says, save as much as possible. More to 401k so you don't have to work forever. Another 401k input there.
And I don't know if we had said it or not, but congratulations to your Rams, Ernie. You won the Super Bowl.
Yes. This one here is from past guest Samantha. Samantha says, quit before you're ahead.
Good advice.
Next one's from Usman96 says, 26 years and 10 plus managers later, don't waste energy engaging management when they use their amateur harassment techniques. Let it roll off your back. You will be there much longer than they will. Just get your check and go to the house. Absolutely, bud.
Nice.
This one here is from Lindsay Ann _808 says, invest in Bitcoin.
I mean,
Bitcoin wasn't around back then, though, when you first started, unless you just started.
God, dude. See, I feel like I'm just going to exclude myself from this one because I'd go in a rabbit hole with that. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's not even get started.
Yeah, not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Anyways, next one is from Wasted 20. Says, don't.
Oh, in a word, simple answer. I love it. One word response. Don't.
This one here is from Mike Goey. Michael is his name. Michael says, the reward for hard work is more in someone else's work. The reward for hard work is more in someone else's work. That's a good one. Next one is from the Henry Film Co. Says, take care of your body. Stretch, drink lots of water, and get plenty of sleep. The small pains you feel when you are young will turn into big pains and surgeries if you don't take care of yourself. This goes for mental health also.
Dude, so true. So true, because that's something that being 37, I'm still not, I feel like, at the spot in my head mentally because I've done so much other damage to my body, but I can say from working and shit, dude, it's true. God, I wish I would have listened. I'll just say that, man. For the listeners that are in their like 20s and shit, definitely take, step a break on it because it's so fucking true. Absolutely. And I'm not in that, I don't feel like I'm that hobbled, but yeah, knowing now at 37, going on 38 at the end of this year, but yeah, so fucking true.
No, I know.
Who said who answered that? What was that? Who said that?
The Henry Film Co.
Yeah, well said, brother. Well said.
Absolutely. The next one is from Gimme Moore's Cosplay. Gimme More Cosplay. My bad. Says, don't be so friendly because you are a female. A lot of the dudes will think you are hitting on them. Also, don't be so friendly to management. It will bite you in the butt. Just stay quiet and to yourself. Find those 3 good people and stick with them.
That's good advice. And that's good advice too. That's good advice too. Her for being a female driver as well, because that's true. Because there's a lot of fucking. I hate to say it, but it's just it's fucking assholes in every profession, and there's some in ours that just because if they think I her saying that. Like, because we're not women, we don't really think, we don't have that mindset. But then you think about it, like, dude, that's true, because there's a lot of fucking, and then somebody get pissy, be like, oh, what do you think? You were not like wanted to ask them out, and they turned them down. Something even as harmless as that, and we're like, oh, well, what the fuck you were nice to? You're like, well, it's professional, you know what I mean? Fuck.
Right.
Well said. Good answer.
Absolutely. Last but not least here, this one is from Rickstar. Our DHL driver. Listener says, started off as an Amazon driver before DHL, and I learned in Amazon not to work too hard and fast because they will expect you to help lazy drivers after you're done busting your own ass on your route.
Yep, and you can't say no to Jeff. He'll just get that infinity gauntlet and snap his fingers and get rid of your ass.
That's right. So, oh man.
Well, we had there was 3 on Facebook.
Hey,
we had one from
shout out to everybody on Facebook who comments. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because we get spurts sometimes. So we got Douglas Holstrom said buy more stock early.
Speaking to the mic. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Douglas Holstrom, buy more stock early.
Okay, another one. Yep.
And Sean Avery replied to that, second that, and I would say third it. But yeah, we've heard. Well, you're right. We have heard that a lot. And the other 2, Randy Russell said max out your 401k, and Casey Holman said turn and run.
We've heard that one too.
Oh, I love it. I was just thinking that song, Take the Money and Run. But the turn and run's it's better. It'll save your knees.
Take the money and run. Oh man, it's awesome. Thank you guys for everybody that commented, especially on Facebook too. We appreciate seeing you guys on there. So well, bud. That's gonna wrap it up for this one. We got to go film our next segment.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, fucking A.
So,
if I don't have a taste bud left, it's
it'll be we can do a reaction next episode. Because these videos will be for our Patreons only. Like we said, we gotta do something special for them. So sorry guys, you won't be seeing it unless you're a Patreon member. So
we said, like I said, to all the ones we've had, we love you all so much. For anybody who wants to join on board, but this was the goal, and to us being hot sauce connoisseurs, we're gonna fucking probably turn our mouths to sewers.
Some of the sewage is gonna be going on. Thank you guys so much for joining us this episode here. Next week, episode 80, fucking 80. So excited. Wow. We're fucking just moving on up here. So thank you to everybody. Don't forget, whatever you're doing out there, continue delivering greatness, and don't forget your most important stop. All right guys, be safe. We'll see you guys next week.
Later everybody.